What's up, YouTube boxing community? It's your boy, Mr. Universal Sports, coming at you from that undisclosed location in the California A. You know how we do it. Now for the task at hand, folks. Sugar Shane Mosley, Manny Pacquiao, has been signed, sealed, delivered at 147 pounds. Yes, folks, he's not actually fighting a catchweight. Give Manny Pacquiao credit. Now, there was more better matchups that we wanted. We wanted the trilogy between Juan Manuel Marquez, Andre Berto, and Shane Mosley. They said that those are the three guys that they wanted. Obviously, we saw the scan, folks. We knew it was him. Who was the least likely to get Pacquiao trouble? Nah, we can't give it to the young and hungry guy. He has a point to prove. He's trying to make a name for himself. He may upset Manny Pacquiao, even though Andre Berto, we all think Andre Berto's not ready for Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao yet. He's a fight or two away from those two guys, but so we're not gonna fight. But he's too much for risk and not enough money, so we're not gonna fight him. How about the trilogy between Juan Manuel Marquez? Well, they can say, well, nobody really wants to see Juan Manuel Marquez again. Nobody wants to see that again. We beat him twice. We had two narrow victories over him, and nobody. Even though people would love a rematch, and some people said that Manuel Marquez won those two fights against Manny Pacquiao, nobody want to see that. Okay, let's look at our list again. I'm doing the pressure on Bob Brown, folks. Sugar Shane Mosley. He's been in there with De La Hoya. He's been in there with Winky Wright. He's been in there with Vernon Forrest. How about this guy? He's been in there. He has bigger fight experience. A lot of people know. Some casual boxing fans know who Sugar Shane Mosley is. Next, give him the fight. This could make the most money. We can sell, and we can finally sell this off. We could get rid of this myth that Pacquiao is afraid to fight an African American fighter at the same time. We could kill two birds with one stone. Obviously, that's what they did, folks. They picked on the fact that they want. Obviously, there was a lot of whispers that Pacquiao has never been in there with the African American, and I truly believe that Pacquiao is not afraid to fight anybody. It's Freddie Roach and Bob Arum. Those are the main two. But I kind of blame Pacquiao too, because Pacquiao could always say no. I want to challenge the top guys. In my opinion, the winner who he should have fought. He could have waited on the winner of Alexander Bradley, which I think Timothy Bradley should win that fight. He could have fought Amir Khan, even though they're in the same wild card stable. He could have fought and went for, I think, a ninth weight class and try to fight Sergio Martinez, who at 154 pounds. But Sergio Martinez would have been a two-risk. He's big and mobile. He's big, strong, mobile, and fast. Would have been too much of a problem for Manny Pacquiao, which I understand why they didn't want to fight Sergio Martinez. I didn't expect that fight to happen. That was just a pipe dream, like Garnett coming to the Lakers 3 years ago. Here's another name they could have fought. I know this guy has visa issues right now, but it would have been a better fight than Margarito. How about Alfredo Angulo at 154 pounds? I know he's had trouble making 154 pounds, but he can still make the weight, and he still has enough. That would have been an exciting fight. Now, the only thing with the Angulo fight was the visa issues, but I'm sure they would have took that 7-8 million, and I'm sure they would have took the fight in the Philippines to make it happen. That would have been a big event for Manny Pacquiao, and plus, it could have been a Thriller Miller type, or they could have just said the kid comes home to have a fight for his home crowd. That would have been a good storyline there. But obviously they picked Shane Mosley because he's the easier, safer guy. Nobody's giving Mosley a chance. I think the only person on YouTube that's even predicted that Shane Mosley can win this fight is Joel B, which I give 100% credit for. It took some balls to say I predict Shane Mosley by 10th round KO, and I give him credit. Well, by the way, before I get into my thoughts, shout out to the whole YouTube boxing community. Shout out to Julian Foster, Khaled's Boxing, Mente Bubble Bass, Blood, Bruce Blitz, Boxing Combo, Boxing Fan 4, and so many others I can't even think of right now. Just shout out to everybody, and I hope y'all having a safe one out there. And during this holiday weekend, please don't drink and drive, folks. They're having checkpoints everywhere, and those cops love to give them DUIs, folks, and the DUIs like to affect your job status. So be aware, folks. And if you're going to drink, get faded at your house. So that's my thoughts on that. Now back to what I think of this fight and how this is going. And this is not a prediction video by any means. This is more like a freestyle video. You know, I feel what I think of this fight. Here's the reason why I think that they picked Shane Mosley. Obviously, they wanted to debunk the African American thing. Oh, Pacquiao was afraid to fight African American. So let's pick Shane Mosley. They basically are cherry picking, folks. Let's be honest. Even I talked to Pacquiao fans, and they even said I'm thinking about they're thinking about boycotting this fight because they want to see Pacquiao against a challenge. They even wanted to fight Manuel Marquez, who I think that he should fight. Because Manuel Marquez obviously won a thrilling match against Michael Caceres, which is my fight of the year, and he's beaten Juan Diaz. He took a thrashing against Floyd Mayweather, but he deserves a shot at Manny Pacquiao again. And I think that Manuel Marquez being Mexican, and they can debunk and they can start a storyline on how that people thought Manuel Marquez won those two fights. They could have sold that more than the Shane Mosley fight. Now I'm trying to figure out this: how in the heck are they going to sell Shane Mosley? He didn't look too good in his last fight against Sergio Mora, but you can't really look into the Sergio Mora fight because everybody looks horrible against Sergio Mora. So you can't really debunk that. And I'm giving Mosley more of a chance than people are giving credit for it too. And about the age thing, they're going to say Shane Mosley's 39, 40 years old. Well, look what Bernard Hopkins did. The man was closer to 50 than 40. He was 45 years old, and he beat the heck out of, and he took John Pascal to school. So you can't debunk the age, because age ain't nothing but a number. Styles make fights, and here's the reason why Pacquiao is an aggressive style fighter. He comes in with the straight left. He tries to make the point of attack first. He's not the most technically sound defensive fighter in the world, but he's not a bad defensive fighter. I grade his defense around a B-. But he's no Attila Gotti either. And Shane Mosley, if you're fighting in Shane Mosley's comfort zone, he will get a hit on you. And Shane Mosley does have that one punch KO power still. He has that. So, and plus, I think Shane Mosley, he knocked out Antonio Margarito. Pacquiao could knock him out, or he could. Well, Pacquiao could have, but Pacquiao was merciful, and after he beat the crap out of, basically broke the face of Antonio Margarito, which is he's a good human being for not really trying to kill him. So I give him credit for that. But who I predict in this fight, this is not a prediction, so I'm not gonna really say 'cause it's too early. I gotta watch and see how the fighters are training and see how what's going to reports in training camp before I even give a decision. So it's not like I said, folks. And my disclaimer: this is not a prediction video. I'm just giving a couple freestyle thoughts. I'm just saying, let's not count out Sugar Shane Mosley yet. The man can still fight. So I look forward to seeing y'all again on YouTube. I'm gonna try to make a video at least once a week. Alright then, folks. Y'all be safe out there. Have a nice one out. And I'm about to get on with the rest of my day. And you never know. This may not be the last of me this year. So, holla at your boy. Leave those comments. I love to debate. Later.